So how can historians better interact with the general public, do you think?
Historians are used to writing and discussing with historians, but they're not used to writing and discussing with the audience. So have a very good account of who your audience is if you discuss with the general public. Because depending with who you speak to, your approach varies really considerably.
And how has the relationship between historians and the general public changed over the last 10 or 15 years?
I kind of rolled into it when I started my work on Inventing Europe, a demo for European Digital Museum for Science and Technology. And I think we started off wrong when we didn't think of the public that we wanted to address. So we kind of created a collaboration between two worlds, which is towards the public, because it was a collaboration between researchers and cultural heritage institutions, and in this sense the professionals, so the curators who make exhibitions, who bring history to life for people, right? And so that was the first step, but then we started building the website, and we have to actually address their visitors as well when we write the text. So our texts were rather academic instead of being fun and interesting to read for a general visitor. They were good for university teaching, but they were not good for teaching to high school kids, for instance. So it kind of evolved over time. At first, we tried to tell a new history, and now we make the step to engagement. And I think this also relates to the visitor of a museum who comes in with a kind of curiosity to a new kind of historical perspective, and then leaves the museum with a kind of awareness of a historical awareness after that. And the step that we learned in the past 6 years is that awareness is not enough. But when you actually start engaging with the narrative and engaging with the collection objects from museums online, you get a real experience, and experience goes into the heart. And from there on, you go to a real understanding, a long-lasting understanding. So in that sense, to me, that was a big change, and a real change in perspective and thinking differently about texts and approaches.
And what does the public gain from that understanding?
Well, I mean, a much better understanding of how the world works and used to work, and how they changed over time. I mean, for me, this has to do a lot about what is history. Why should I know something about history? Well, imagine that you all of a sudden have a memory loss, and you no longer know who you are. I mean, that is such a crisis, and that is what history also does for society.
And how old is public history itself? How long have people been trying to liberate history from universities and academia?
I think as long as history exists. Yeah, or the teaching of history exists.
So this will be a constant discussion then for
I think
decades?
So, yeah, I think so. And a very interesting one.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.